I'm gonna put it up there. I think I shared the audio. I did that over there. I really did.
No, you share on the personal page.
Oh, that's cool.
What is going on?
Okay.
There you are again.
On your page.
There. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
You hear me all right?
We can hear you.
I can see my freaks getting on. I don't see any comments yet. I don't know what's going on.
I'm sharing right now. Right now. It's on the live feed.
Let them all get a chance to share. Did you share off of yours?
Oh,
Yeah.
we
I'm sitting
shared.
here doing it right now.
All right. There you go. Keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Share, guys. Share.
Live right now.
And where do they go? Paranormal Highways.
I'm sharing the the thing.
Do a little jamming so everybody gets Chad. There's Chad. There they come.
Hi, Chad.
Melissa, Stacy, Chad, Katie.
I got some Scarefest onesies for you, Stacy and Chad.
Melissa, let's see what else. Elizabeth, Laura, Chris, my brother, what's up?
Chris.
We're about ready to rock, and we're going to see what is going on in Scarefest. Now that everything's moving along just fine.
I'm trying to find a share out here. There we are.
Yeah.
Now we can see it. Now I have control of the mouse.
All right, guys.
Oh, there you are.
Here's
Share,
the live feed. Chop.
Chop.
Hey, welcome, Paranormal Freaks. I'm your host, Mike, and you're watching Paranormal Highways. Check out the ladies on my side. Over there, or over here. Wait a minute, over here. You got to get the camera. That's Layla Cook and Nicole Griffith.
Hi.
They are the mademoiselles of Scarefest.
We are. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
We are here to pick their brain about
Copies.
taking place. You
And I
ladies
did
have me all right?
Scarefest Radio, but this is our first interview together for this year.
This is the first one of this year. So
This is your awesome.
yeah,
Okay.
we do it every year, so it gets worse as it goes on. So
I'm glad it was
fun. I just told Nicole we're like the Hodakotby and
Kathy Lee.
Kathy Lee Gifford and like Hodakotby of Scarefest and all things live. So
Oh, let's get this up here real quick. I don't know where everybody went. Chad, I guess Chad's going all right. You guys hear me okay?
Absolutely.
we're up to, is that 30 people or 16?
There we go. They can hear us all right. Let's make sure. Shared the crap out of them, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Let me get you guys' name in here. Sorry.
This is cool. I like
That is
this
super cool, yeah.
platform. I can look at all
So
this.
what's the difference between what's the 30 and then the 16?
These people that commented, these are reactions.
Okay.
I like
Yeah,
this
look.
reason.
Riley! Oh
And
my
every
God.
now and again, somebody will have a question, and I'll pop it up for you.
Lisa's on there. Okay. Who else?
I thought you
So
did.
me-
Jackson. I love you, Lee Jackson.
And there's Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
I can't wait to kiss on that baby.
I know,
I hope you're
babies.
bringing her.
Scarefest baby. I
I tried to get them on here for you. I was trying to get Chad, but Chad's ill right now.
Well, they have a new baby, and that sucks the life out of you.
Yeah.
Babies are actually parasites, and no one tells you.
Right.
There we go.
I'm glad I don't. Mine are all old.
Look, I posted it.
Shauna Hale. Hi, Shauna Hale. Elizabeth.
Shauna's on there. Shauna, wait. Hollywood Paranormal Ghost Hunters won't be on here.
Oh yeah, there's no Kane, no RA. You can hang up now. Please don't. I love you.
Well, you brought us on here. What kind of debauchery do you want to hear about, and how we?
Well, I mean, you all got this great event going on. How did you all start doing this event?
You mean together or
together or both? You know,
well, I dragged Nicole and Brandon into this kicking and screaming.
We have two backstories. So
wait, there's two. Yeah.
So Layla teamed up with Patty before we owned it. So we've only owned it for 3 years.
But the year that I came in 2014, when I started working for Patty and Scarefest, I brought them with me as sponsors. And we also brought them in with a free booth for Employment Solutions as a charity booth. And
that's my nonprofit that I work with for adults with intellectual disabilities.
Yeah.
And so we had a booth there. But before that even, I went to Scarefest the year they did the 80s.
She was a big Scarefester. I just got in free on Sundays.
I brought my kids because my son was 3, I think, when I brought him the first time, and he's going to high school this year. And we met Zach Galligan, who I thought was totally hot, and I hit on him. And
we're not allowed to book him now.
Now we can't book him. My husband won't let me.
Because you know those married people that make lists? You know,
yeah,
you have
he
your
made
celebrity list. Well, when you own a convention,
it's real.
It's real life, man. You got to tear up your list if you're married and you have.
It's not real anymore.
Like if I ever met
dead.
So you guys have a list, and we have the little black books.
There's no.
You are so old. Like you have to be older than me. No.
Well, I brought my son when he was very little, and it started what was the year they attributed the 80s? It was
2013, I think.
Okay.
I wasn't there, but
so that's when I started coming, and he had such an amazing time talking to actors and being in this light, bright lit space and learning about how movies are made and how Gizmo moved and all these things. And,
yeah, it's awesome.
And he wasn't afraid of anything, and it was such a great parent experience. And so when Layla and I got back together and she joined Patty, is when we we've
been friends for a really long time, but we lose each other every couple of years. And
not anymore.
Not anymore, but we used to do that. And when I started working for Patty, I pulled her right in. I was like, you got to come do this with me. This is fun.
We're both networkers. Yeah. The only way you can do this business is to be a good networker and to really know the strengths, thick skin.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to it, but knowing your community that you're in, whether that's your immediate community in town, like how do you get food for people? How do you get somebody to donate this or bring this or pull up their food truck, or who's going to help you cater to somebody that really has eccentric taste, all the way to the bigger community of the entire horror paranormal genres, and say somebody in California or Australia. We have guests from Australia that we network with every year, and they come and help us.
We have a huge Australian fan base. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. They come every year. Like, what's your name? Oh, I'm putting myself on the spot. Can't remember. I love you.
We didn't tell her we were going to name drop her.
But yeah, no, we have people that come from.
That's what I was holding back.
I know. We have people that come from Canada, people that come from Australia. I was telling somebody earlier today that you were with me, weren't you? Earlier today when I was like, most of our ticket holders, like 80% of our people who buy tickets are outside of Kentucky. It's the crazy.
Oh, really?
Only 20% are local, and most of our advertising dollars go to local advertising. But we still don't reach them. We reach California and Michigan and Ohio and Indiana and Illinois. It's crazy. And France and Canada and Australia.
Hey, for some reason, you guys are froze.
We probably broke it.
No, you didn't break it. I don't know what it is.
I hope I didn't freeze in a really stupid position. Like,
are we frozen?
I don't know what in the world happened. Everything.
We break everything.
So hey, one of our live people tell us if we're frozen for you too.
Is your
Missy Swango? Are we frozen? Swango. Oh, there's my chick, Autumn King, who is amazing. Shane.
All right. I just wanted to reboot it. All right. Now you're not.
Okay.
Not
Now are we moving?
now you're moving. Now I see it.
Wango on here. I see, okay, 86 people. Woo!
Let them roll. Let them roll. I love my paranormal freaks. They go wild in chat and they love to ask questions, which we'll do later on. Now, you were speaking of like people out in California, Australia, and stuff like Scarefest and things like this. So that decides whether who you try to bring in. And
No, I mean, really, I do this. I'm an accounting nerd. Like I run numbers. That's kind of what I do. And the way that we kind of sway each year is we get in there and we ask the fans. We have the fan group, right? We have the Scarefest fan group,
Which is bigger than this.
it's
actual
huge.
page.
It's like 6,000 people. Everybody talks openly and free. It's great. So I get in there a couple times a year and I'll ask. I'm like, okay, this is the horror thread. Nobody put paranormal. Nobody put anything else. What's your horror people? And like, without fail, they put para people and everybody else, wrestlers, whatever. But I actually measure all those responses. And if we have more than like 20%, say, if we have more than 20 or 30% on one name, they're definitely coming next year. So how many times somebody asks for a name really does matter. Like Sean Pennell over there, we will always have Kane. We will always have RA. We will always have, we try to bring Rick every year. We can't always bring Rick and Steve Nappy. But Hollywood Ghost Hunters, Kane especially, and RA especially, there are yearly shoo-ins. We will always have them.
Are we allowed to tell people that we're doing some more things every year with those two guys because they're always here?
Yeah. We have some.
We announced that yet?
Yeah, we haven't announced it yet, so I'd like to announce what we're doing.
Oh, so we got a new announcement for Scarefest
It's not a sudden
2019.
announcement. It's a thing. It's an
Those
event.
belong to Scarefest Radio, but
Oh,
So
So
the event that we're announcing on your show is about the launch. It's about the launch day and the ghost hunts. But I
okay.
want people to ask, okay, what is it, Layla? What is it, Nicole? What are you doing for launch? Lunch.
What are you doing for lunch?
What's your lunch?
we'll see if they ask. But it's really fun, and that goes back to networking in the community because she and I will always be working. No matter what we do, we're always working. Always working. So we're both moms. We're moms of lots of kids. Actually, I have 3. She has 3 biological, but
I raised
7.
7.
She raised
And
7.
if you count my little cousin, I raised 8. And if you count my niece and Jerica's kids, I
And the
raised like
foster kids.
9. Yeah, I raised like a tribe. But I gave birth to 3. So
Oh, wow.
But
You're
in
a
our
busy
spare
woman.
time, wherever we go, we're always networking. So the way we got the drag show, which is part of our, we call ourselves squirrels because we'll squirrel off on these tangents. So when you want to rein us back in, you just say it and we'll rewrite.
yeah.
But
reel it in.
I was at one of our host bars, which is Old Hooker's Bait and Tackle Bar and Grill, and I ran into
That's
somebody,
our spot.
our spot that I'd seen many times, and his name is Harold, and he does drag, but that is not his career. He works at a big company here in town, and so he and I started talking about Scarefest, and I realized he'd been to Scarefest a lot, and then he showed me his pictures of himself at Scarefest.
God.
And he was one of the people
Amazing.
that every year the costumes he wore were not drag like your typical drag. They were theatrical,
Crazy.
horror themed drag.
Like over the top.
Like just bat bras
Like when you think about like the FX shows, you know, like
Yeah.
Face Off and stuff, that's Harold. Like
and so
Cheyenne Moonshine.
Oh, really?
sitting there on my one night out for my kids,
Right.
I'm working and I'm like,
That's what we do.
I want you to head up this drag show. I want you to do this.
And she and I have always kind of been involved in the drag community here, and we've been big supporters. And gosh, so lots of our friends do drag, and we just had to involve them in some way. So we.
Well, see, that's what I like about Scarefest because there's many varieties of everything there.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have your horror, you do have your paranormal, you have just about everything, your celebrities, even wrestlers.
So yeah, when the year that Nicole and Brandon
We haven't had
bought the
that many
show.
wrestlers yet.
Well, the year that they bought the show, Nicole and I decided
No
that we would, we said no wrestlers, but we realized that a lot of people like wrestlers. So we'll bring them in if they're like really, really top-notch wrestlers, right? Like Kevin Nash.
Part of our crossover into the genres we're doing.
Yeah. So instead of wrestlers, we do rock stars because that is the only genre that I fangirl over. Like, I can walk up to anybody except a rock star, and then I melt.
And I don't fangirl that much either. So, like, when I saw Lita Ford,
we both fangirled. We were
I had a baby in a thing on my belly. And I was like, okay, can we take a picture with you? I never do that. Like,
listen, I talked to her on the phone. I booked her flight. I did her contract. I paid her per diem. I did all this stuff. And then walking up to see her in person, I had to get a staff member to walk me to her booth. And then I couldn't talk. I was like, it's Lita Ford. Oh, my God. So we're going to do the same thing this year. Me and Nicole are going to.
when Tawny Katane.
Tawny Katane is special to our hearts. We made her name an adjective way back in the day.
Do you want to hear a brief Tawny Katane story?
It's brief.
It's free.
It's brief.
It's all free.
It's all free.
It's free.
Go ahead.
In college, I had a very good friend, and she was really wild and really fun. And
It wasn't
just,
me.
Not her, a different one. And if the song "Here We Go Again on Our Own" came on the radio, lady would pull the car over, or sometimes, and what?
Here I go again.
Here I go again. Anyway, that's what we didn't. Anyway, and she would jump out of the car, park at the middle of a subdivision, and Tawny Katane the front of the car. So Tawny Katane became a verb as something you do.
If you see a great car, you Katane it.
You Katane it. And so I'm going to Tawny Katane the F out of this.
Tawny Katane the
car,
F out of this.
This light post, this set of stairs.
Yeah.
And so over the years, like, we'd be out and about. And we
separately did this. We were friends in college. Sort of. I had a baby, but whatever. And we were separately Tawny Kataning everything. I didn't know that.
The song came on, you're just like,
I had all kinds of hair back then. Like, my hair naturally is like curly and red. I'm a redhead. So, like, back then, I was like literally just like, swinging and
pulling that into the curls.
So Tawny Katane is a verb. That friend of mine actually, she passed away a few years ago. Yeah. And we got the opportunity to bring Tawny Katane.
Wait, I just thought of something. Oh my God. Let's do a Tawny Katane seance to talk to your friend.
Oh God. You're really stretching.
Are you serious?
Do it. I'm serious to do it. What if we brought Kim Russo? Because she brings everybody. We get Missy Swango. Are you with me here?
She's really jumping ship.
No, I'm not.
We
could do a Tawny Katane seance. Tawny can talk to her dead friend. Bring her up. We all do.
Layla, we have so many.
I love how Layla puts it. Hey, the girl can talk to her dead friend. We can have a seance
next year, and then we'll bring her back next year. We've got.
This is how we plan events, though. We're like, oh my God, we should do this.
We've got 3 events like every single night. So Layla and I do not sleep. Why don't you fire some questions at us, and we'll answer those as to how we do this.
If you guys over there, the viewers, fire up on some of them questions.
All right, what's Tammy Hamilton, Marty? We're way past. Hi, everybody.
Hold on, let me scroll down to the relevant stuff.
Hello, Miss Ashley Wiseman. I see.
Everybody's saying hi to each other. Okay.
Okay, where's Jake Godbold? He always gets people rolling. Where's Wes and Anita?
So
everybody's fired if you don't get on this thing. Okay.
He's joking. We can't fire you. You work for free.
All right. So
not everyone.
We really need to tell you guys about the launch party and the launch.
Well, I was going to tell you that they were asking, and they said you kept them hanging.
Where's the questions? Oh, the comments are above.
Oh, okay. Up here?
No, see y'all. Go down. It's reactions.
See y'all where? Here?
I'm going to get you your glasses. Yeah, not the
These are reading glasses. They're not far away.
I know, honey.
There you go. I popped one up for you.
Okay. Any other big guest announcements?
No, it says, will Josh Gates be my boss? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Be there.
Yes. Okay, so Layla.
Not this year, but next year.
They ask any more guest announcements.
Oh, yeah, we still have a few guest announcements. I can't say whether they're big or small because that's all in perspective of who you are. Like, hi, Wes Forsyth.
Hey, there's Wes.
Yeah.
Tony Katane was big for me.
Yeah.
Probably not big for everybody.
Right, exactly. Like, we love...
Bruce Campbell was big for a lot.
For Brandon. Brandon was Bruce
Right.
Campbell. You know, we have... Every now and then we'll get a fan on the group that's like, oh my God, y'all don't have anybody. And then somebody else will be like, oh my God, you have everybody. So it's just whatever. But yeah,
I want to speak about big announcements. So
is it? Hold on before you do that. Before you do the big announcement, how hard is it to get some of these celebrities inside?
Okay, so I'll put it to you this way: it takes years of developing a relationship with either the celebrity themselves or the agents, the good agents that book them. Because brand new coming into this, if you've never booked people before or you're just a new show setting up or whatever, it's going to take you a couple of years to develop that trust because it is a very unregistered market. Like there's no overseer.
The raccoon situation.
Oh yeah, did you see the Fandom Fest thing that happened that one year? Okay, so Fandom Fest goes down, and I'm sorry to the owner, Ken. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bash you, but Fandom Fest was held in an abandoned mall, right? Like 2 years ago.
So a fan took a picture through the window of a dead raccoon before the show.
There was a dead raccoon in the middle of this abandoned mall, and that's where they were going to have the convention. They had the convention there the next day, and the dead raccoon became a mascot.
People made buttons.
Yeah, people made buttons, brought them to Scarefest and other shows, and it was like, woohoo, Fandom Fest was a fiasco. Anyway.
So the celebrities were not happy.
So when you have stuff like that happen and it's an unregulated market, that's where I'm getting with it. There's so many bad shows out there. There's so many shows that don't pay celebrities and stuff like that. They have to really get to know, like, who is the person that books at this show. And if it changes all the time, they're not going to do it. If it's going back and forth, say if it was me, Brandon, Nicole, if it was even the three of us, they'd be a little bit weird about it, right?
No, Layla does the booking.
I do all the booking because I've developed relationships and I've done it a long time.
And it took you a long time to do that.
It took me a really long time. And I'll tell you what else. When this show changed hands, when I came in 2014,
they got scared.
We started from scratch because the people that used to run the show, I don't know what the arrangement was, so I'm not going to say it was good or bad, but they took all of their contacts with them.
Not Patty and Chuck.
Not Patty and Chuck, but the managers of the show. So I can't blame them because they developed those relationships too.
Right.
But if it wasn't for Chris Rowe, my favorite agent, sorry, Gilbert, sorry, all of you other ones, I love y'all. But if it wasn't for that agent and Kane Hodder, if it wasn't for those two people, there would have been a longer wait period for me to be accepted as a booker for a show. Because Kane already knew me, Chris Rowe already knew me. Oh, hi, Shasta. Aw, thank you, Shasta. But, it's a cutthroat industry with no regulation. So it's all based on experience. It's all based on, did you come through with your word? Was this a good show? Did my celebrity make money? Like, are you the same person every year? Because all the good ones will not go to a show where it changes constantly. So, yeah, it's pretty hard when you get down to
and one of the things that it comes down to on our show, that there's a few things that I want to say here real quick. One is, our show, we get a lot of feedback from the celebrities of how well they're treated.
Yeah.
Versus the other shows. So they might get like a carrot tray with some ranch dressing. And I've been at shows with
a box lunch.
A box lunch. Or, whatever there is the hotel's providing. We actually go above and beyond because the hotels have rules of what you can serve and things like that to make sure that they have a hospitality suite where they can actually get away, where they can.
Our hospitality suite is like the Mecca. It's the Jerusalem of conventions. We have free booze, free food. You all crashed it one year. Remember when you guys watched the Haunted Live?
Yeah, we was up there last year.
Was it last year or the year before? Was it last
year? Over downstairs.
Yeah.
But
no, I was up there. With you guys.
Yeah.
So we treat the celebrities very well. One of
Bruce Brothers was up there with us.
Edward James Olmos. Okay, he was a strict vegan, and also oh my gosh, the most famous horror guy of all time. And
I can't remember.
It's only because Victoria Price. It wasn't I forgot her name. It was that I just was trying to make a reference. Okay, so Victoria Price and him both had very strict diets. Very strict.
Special diets.
I myself left my own con and took Edward James Olmos to Good Foods because he was starving to death at the
took him to
hotel.
dinner.
I said I had to. Like I didn't want to leave, but we did that because he couldn't eat anything the hotel serves. So I took him down the road to Alfalfa's, which is a vegan restaurant. So we make sure to go above and beyond for our celebrity guests.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip, when she's talking about agents, last year we had an issue with a hotel. I won't say which one. And these people at the front desk gave keys out.
Oh my God.
To me and Layla's room 5 times.
Okay, our bedroom is attached to the hospitality suite, right? So
it's on either side.
All weekend we have
the door doesn't lock.
Right. All weekend we have free food, only celebrities and only agents are allowed up there, and like our sponsor friends or whatever. And the freaking hotel kept giving a band, like all these band members, the keys.
From the punk band.
Yeah, the keys to our room, to the hospitality suite, which is also our bedrooms.
Our stuff was laying out.
Yeah, our stuff was everywhere, and like this band kept coming in, eating all our pizza. Like,
at the end of the con, one of the things we do as a con. So if you want to know about how cons work, you have things for hotels called like attrition and things like that. You have to promise them how many rooms you're going to book, how many rooms you're going to buy, and if you don't do it, then guess who pays for it?
We do.
Yeah, we do. And this is not some big giant business like we do. This is like me and my husband and Layla, and like
it's our electric bill.
It's our electric bill, and that's what we're paying when we pay rooms that nobody stayed in.
Right.
So on the last day of the con, we had some guests that wanted to stay longer, like celebrities and things like that. And so I went up to the desk and I was like, "Hey, how many rooms are left in this attrition?" And this little
bad story.
This little 17-year-old at the desk is like. Well, she's probably 18. She was like, total, I don't know. Oh like, God. Can I talk to your manager? She don't have one.
Total like, D-bagged in Nicole. So
you don't have a manager. I was like, you don't have a manager. Chris Rowe, the agent, watched it all. Agent. Yeah. And I was loading all of his guests into their car to get in. And I was like, thank you, Meg Foster. Thank you. Thank you. And I was talking to all of his guests. I mean, like, I appreciate you so much. I love you. And, of course, Meg Foster's so emotional. And she's hugging me.
That's another story. Meg Foster is a whole nother story after this.
Oh, she's such a beautiful person. But I mean, my body's in the van, like hugging her. She takes these pieces of paper.
The hotel lady.
And like throws them in my face.
Straight in front of my
face. And said, "Here's your rooms." And I was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, she like slammed the paper in Nicole's face in front of all the celebrities and in front of Chris
Which I
Rowe.
fixed. But Chris Rowe followed me to the desk and he watched what I would do. As I talked to her, and I was very nice to her, but I was like, you have to fix this. We have to fix this.
Oh, wow.
And then he turned me around in front of her, and he said, you have to teach people how to treat you.
Teach people how to treat you.
And if they will not treat you well, you take your business away from here.
That's right.
And he looked at her, and he did one of these, and he's one of these, like, powerful presence.
He is. Everybody thinks he's stuck up, because he's all very, like, exact. You guys, Lee and Missy Swango and a bunch of you, y'all know how Chris Rowe is. He's like, when he talks, you listen. He went off on the hype girl for her.
I didn't say hype, okay.
Oh, hi. Sorry.
But he, like, an agent walked up behind me. This is an agent that we've, gone back and forth on deals and negotiations.
I've always loved him. Brandon didn't like him so much, but now he likes him. So.
No, well, but her and Chris had this relationship. At that moment, he, like, had my back, literally. Like, he was at my back, had my back.
Bulldogging this girl.
He did this and, like, put her ass in her place. And I was like, oh, God. Because I had, like, 3 hours of sleep.
And that's a very long story about why these relationships are important.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, it's things like that and being able to book people at a different rate than, say, your average Comic-Con or brand new show or whatever. So, like, we get deals that not everybody can get. And other shows get deals that we can't get because of their relationships.
We've had people call us and say, hey, I can get you this guy for $40,000. And we're like, well, he comes to us for free. So, no thanks.
It's all dependent Okay, Shauna Hale. Oh, the photo ops will be up when I have more than an hour to myself in front of the laptop. Like, I'm shooting for, no kidding. What is today?
And do we have all the information about photo ops?
Yeah, today's Wednesday. Shauna Hale, Scouts Honor, Pinky Swear. I'll be done with them by Sunday.
Speaking of photo ops, we contracted with the company that did Comic-Con's photo ops.
Yeah.
And it was the most beautiful process I've ever seen for photo ops at any con I've ever been to.
Some of you guys know these people. It's celebrity photo ops. They're called celebrity photo ops, and they're so much fun.
And one of the owners has her own paranormal TV show.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, I think. Prime Video.
But the magical fluidness of how they move people through was
Shasta, she goes, I saw Nicole Griffith take charge. She took hotel security one night. She stood her ground and he paid attention.
Oh,
girl.
Oh, the time the guy busted his head. No, she's talking about the time the guy busted his head open on a brick
costume
wall.
Blood
And
everywhere.
I was doing first aid in costume, and the Barney Fife security guard came over and wanted to take a statement from a guy with a head wound.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, she wasn't hearing it.
He wasn't in our con. He was outside the con, but he was from the con, and he tripped and fell on his head.
For those of you that don't know, she's a social worker by day. So when you get in her space with a bleeding man in front of her, she's gonna punch you.
I said, you're gonna sit in shock, questioning later.
All right, real quick, I'm gonna get in. This is my sponsor here.
Okay.
Hi, sponsor. Who is it?
It's commercial.
Who's the sponsor? I can't hear it.
Probably goes on making.
Did you get to hear the first of it?
I barely couldn't hear it. Who was it?
All right, here you go.
Who's the sponsor? Barney Fife. She's like this. Oh,
I love it.
Tell your wife I said thank you for letting me know it's Wednesday, because I really didn't know for a second. I was like,
what?
I don't know. I work too much.
All right. Now everybody's been wondering.
Beth Darrington is
Darlington.
our
Darlington.
Australia contact.
Yeah, Beth Darlington.
Yeah,
Australia.
Beth Arlington is?
Darlington, yes.
Yeah,
and she has a paranormal
Access
show
Paranormal.
Access Paranormal, and she has been a big sponsor for Scarefest several years for since I've been there. 7 years. There we go.
Where are you located?
Me?
Yeah.
Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay.
Okay.
So you know Lee Cruz, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we love Lee Cruz. Last year, Lee Cruz was going to interview Beth Darlington of Australia, and we hadn't opened the con yet, and we needed to look busy. So I was like, hey, all you cosplayers from wherever, come walk behind us and make it look busy, because we were opening it in like 10 minutes. It wasn't
an episode of Laughing.
So this is what happened. So this girl with essentially pasties with something like under here and a leather flap across her pelvic region starts walking behind us, body painted, nips, and
for the afternoon news
and
show.
me and Lee look over, and I was like, I see vulva. And then Beth.
You can't say that word. It's the show.
Sorry.
No vulvas.
But Beth is there from Australia. I'm not sure that it even is the same. I don't know. Maybe it is. But we were all like,
vulvas are the same.
Oh my God, vulvas are the same, but I don't know the word, what the call is. And all of a sudden, and 3, 2, 1. And as soon as we realized it, we're like, okay. And now we're live with Lee. And it was like, and from Australia, we have Beth. And it was like, we were all just like, oh my God, there's a naked woman right behind us on the afternoon news.
This is why Sunday is Kids' Day, because we cannot keep it PG on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We can't do it. We try, we can't do
it. But don't worry about on here. If you go off here, because it's already said as explicit anyway.
Now, so.
Well, I bring my kids all the days. You can walk around and not run into that stuff, but you might see a nip or two.
Maybe.
Oh,
Let's take some
yeah.
questions.
Yes, question. Even from you.
I have. I mean, even though I was standing behind the counter, I have.
You've seen them?
Yeah, it's like they walk by and I'm like,
No. That was probably
Okay.
Viva Viva. Is she
All
on
right, everybody wants to know what this announcement or launch is.
Thursday?
Oh, the Thursday.
Okay, well, it involves throwing axes, beer, and Kane Hodder,
And Ari Mahalo.
and R.A. Mahaloff, and Steve Nappy. Oh,
So
it
it
also
involved.
You
Hang
just
on.
announced somebody.
No, I didn't.
Oh, we've
They're all
announced
announced.
them. Okay.
Yeah. So Thursday launch day is crazy. We're gonna start out at Battle Axes, which is on Manchester Street.
Let me tell you what Battle Axes is. Have you all seen Jason Momoa throw axes while he's drinking beer on that video? Well, you're a man.
It's axe
So
throwing.
everyone on this feed has probably seen every straight
Jason
man.
Momoa. Yeah.
So you're talking about, you're not just talking about a hatchet. You're talking about
No.
actual battle axe.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
They're pretty big.
No. There's hatchets, axes, swords. They'll bring out the whole gamut for this. So
Yeah.
the new thing is that one of these sports people do when they're drinking beer is they go and they throw
It's a whole,
axes
like,
at targets.
It's a hipster thing, but
It's
we're
a
gonna
hipster
cash
thing.
in on it. We're gonna cash in on it
But
with Kane Hodder.
we did it as our staff event to support our staff. I don't know.
All of our
6 months ago.
volunteers. We did a big staff party there.
And every time I hit it with a handle.
Yeah, I can't do it either.
And I'm tough as nails, but I threw it and I hit it with the handle.
So
and I
anyway.
was like, I gave up. But
Hey, at least you tried.
we thought, what if you could throw axes
With
with an
celebrities.
axe murderer?
Yeah.
So we thought,
Kane Hodder.
and then hatchet and Leatherface.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
no chainsaws, but hatchet.
And there's beer. Okay, so
Layla keeps going, and there's beer.
And there's beer.
I drink beer.
Lightly.
It's not like beer. I like certain beer. Okay. I won't drink her Coors Light. It's gross. She drinks Coors Light. I like Natty Light. Coors Light, Natty Light, whatever.
I like Guinness. I just am,
I
I regulate.
I like
Coors Light.
Hoegaarden if I'm going to be a hipster. So
That's kind of cool, though. You're sitting there with the famous Jason,
right,
Chainsaw Massacre.
these tickets, and that's not all we're doing. So these tickets, there's only like 30 tickets available to actually throw the axes with them. Then there's some cheaper tickets to be a spectator. Okay, so that's going to last about 2 hours. Axe throwing, drinking beer with the celebrities. We're going to go across the way to Goodfellas Pizza, which is also a sponsor of ours. We're going to eat some pizza with the celebrities. And then we're going to take a break. We're going to go out to Talon Winery after that.
Not the same celebrities, different ones.
Well, they're coming.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Kane and Steve and R.A. Kane, Steve, and R.A. are going to come out.
I didn't know this.
And they're going to bombard you guys with Chad Morin, Ghost Hunt Weekends. And I think on Thursday.
See, she went and partied with
Thursday
me the
we're
other day at the
doing-
last con.
I did. But Thursday we're doing Steve and Tango. So Steve and Tango, you guys with Ghost Hunt Weekends are going to be ghost hunting Talon Winery with Kane Hodder, R.A., and Steve, like, laughing at you guys and throwing popcorn. No, really. But they are going to be there, and we're all going to have this big
They're not really doing
shindig. And so we've got the ghost hunt, we've got the axe throwing, and then for people that can't do all that, we have a launch party happening at Sky Bar in Lexington, which is right down the street from the center. And that's free. You just get into that for free. And there's going to be karaoke and a DJ. And our
What about,
we're going to have cheap liquor.
Do you get to pay for your own booze, or
Yeah,
Scarefest covers it?
at the launch party, you got to pay
Yes.
for your booze. Now, Shane, if you want free booze, you have to knock on the hospitality door 3 times, turn around, moon somebody. No, it's a thing.
I'll do that, so don't
I
even.
heard a rumor today.
Uh-oh.
I heard a rumor that Kane and R.A. are very good friends. That's not a rumor.
That's not right.
But that they are making bets with each other.
Oh, my God. Okay, so the axe throwing contest, Kane has set a rule that the losing teams have to do whatever he says, because he's going to rig it to win it, he says, but when he becomes the winner of the axe throwing contest with his teammates of 10 ticket holders, they're going to come up with their own rules of what the losing teams have to do for the rest of Scarefest.
So it's going to be wear a kilt, wear lipstick.
So far, we've got red lipstick, a kilt, and boy band t-shirts. He's going to make R.A. and Steve Nappy wear Backstreet Boys shirts to Scarefest. Yeah.
NSYNC,
Yeah,
Backstreet Boys.
What's going to happen?
When does
he won't lose? Shauna Hale, will Kane lose? No.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
So when do those tickets go on sale for all that?
When I get time. By Sunday.
No, don't listen to her.
So seriously, by Sunday, y'all. Sunday is my goal. Sunday.
Look at Shasta.
No, I've got everything.
Okay, good.
I got everything done, agreed to.
Everything's good with that.
Everything's solid.
That's awesome.
Your husband.
So you got
some stuff.
You got a ghost hunt after that night on Thursday night.
We got axe throwing. We got a ghost hunt. We got a free launch party. Don't get too drunk because then you got Friday's VIP party, which is still at Manchester Music Hall. We went back home to Manchester. What else do we have? I'm booking a band for.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying
for the VIP party. I can't tell you who it is yet because there's more moving parts. There's a burlesque troupe that's going to be entertaining you guys.
The drag show.
The drag show. 7. Well,
no, 9.
The doors are at 7.
No. That starts at 9 with the conference.
Yeah, the doors open at 7. You can start drinking at 7. So the drag show starts. It's from 8 to 9.
And in between that time, you can come over to the Ghost Hunt Weekends booth. I'll be there. I'll entertain you.
Oh.
You're going to entertain us too? So
I'll entertain you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'll entertain.
We need to get with your wife and Stacy on this. Ghost Hunt Weekends needs like a team of cheerleaders. And not the preppy ones, the rock star ones.
Girl, I'll come out in my pantyhose and small mini skirt and my little pom-poms and...
Okay, you just lost customers. No, I'm just
I don't know. I got some real wild freaks on here.
Yeah, I think people would pay to see that, for sure.
Shane and pom-poms.
Oh, wait, we got another thing that we're doing.
You go, girl. It's all you.
So, Bubba Fest is next month.
Yes.
Bubba Fest. Are you guys, you're going to go?
I'll be at Bubba Fest.
Are you going to do the radio show from there?
If you want me to bring the podcast down there, I will.
Okay, Wes is doing it. You're doing it. And our booth.
Wait, are they both doing it?
Yeah.
Or is he going to go on Wes's?
No. Like we did at Interlight. You do both of them.
Okay.
Right? So.
Was Wes? I didn't see Wes with his stuff at the Interlight.
Oh, yeah,
Did he have?
didn't do the radio. No, he didn't do the radio at Interlight. We'll have to ask Wes.
It's a lot of work to do that because
yeah.
when you go in those convention centers, a lot of times the reception is really bad.
Yeah.
And it's a very big struggle.
It's different
Yeah.
than hotel.
It's different than.
But our booths are situated very close to, almost adjacent from Kane and RA down at Bubba Fest.
Yeah, we're right
Okay.
across.
So we have like this whole Scarefest block going on at Bubba Fest. So if any of you guys that are watching this want to come down to Knoxville, it's only like an hour and a half from Lexington.
And the dates are
The dates are August 23rd to the 25th.
23rd, 24th, and 25th.
We'll give tickets away. We might give a ghost hunt ticket away or two if Chad wants to.
Woo!
It's waiting tonight.
Oh,
That's
we
about-
have to give tickets away tonight. We have to.
That's above my pay grade, so I can. You'll have to ask him.
No, we have to give tickets to Scarefest away tonight.
So what I was
that works.
telling you earlier is
Yeah.
that typically people private message you their email address when they win.
Right.
And we all come up with a creative way to win a ticket.
We should. What do you think? What do you guys think? What would be the best way to win a
You
ticket?
guys want to do a few
How
tickets
hard do you
to
make it?
Scarefest? You can win some right here. Yay, creepy. It's got that 3-second delay.
We can do our astrology.
Let's
Did I
do-
said her name out loud, right? We could
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
her name.
Oh, nobody will.
That's
That's
me.
me.
That's me.
Come on,
Oh.
guys. Give us some. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
How are we giving? Oh,
Okay.
Sorry.
I
Okay.
know.
I got one. Wait. Which guest? Can I do this? Can I just do this?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
She's getting better at this every year.
I know. Which guest went up against the PMRC
Oh yeah.
and was invited to testify in 1985 at the Senate hearing
Against Tipper Gore.
Against Tipper Gore.
You lost me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
So I'll give you another clue. So when they were trying to do parental advisory labels in the very beginning in 1985, they invited a star to go in front of the Senate because they thought he would make a mockery
Shauna
of
Hale
himself.
got it.
Shauna Hale.
Shauna Hale got it. You already have tickets, Shauna.
That always happens.
I know. Do you need another ticket?
Yeah, I agree with Wes there. There's a lot of things that can't get on the software.
Yeah.
What is that
true.
saying?
Yeah, Wes was talking about how it's too hard to do at a convention center with the radio.
Sometimes, I mean, you can go on their Wi-Fi and stuff like that, but it's really hard because it's usually like one bar Wi-Fi.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible.
I mean, we've tried, and you've got the greatest access to gifts, but you can't get any like Wi-Fi.
So it was Dee Snider was the answer. He helped us win against Tipper Gore, and we got to have our medal. But Two Life Crew was still banned. So
another interesting fact that I learned researching all this stuff was one of the things that came up in that Senate conference was Under the Blade, the song that they called him out on, right?
Oh my God.
Like Under the Blade, like you sing songs about bondage and BDSM. And he was like, hey, I wrote that song because my bandmate was having surgery and he was terrified of going under the blade. And it was about surgery. And it was about being afraid of dying in surgery.
Right.
And
So
that's what the song was about.
Head.
And then he said to Al Gore, he said, I'm not sure where your wife's mind is, but this was about surgery. And it's not my fault that she takes it to a dark place.
So apparently Al Gore and Tipper Gore are into some BDSM.
No.
Or they were in the 80s.
Yes.
I'm going to get sued for that. Awesome.
All right, since Shannon she had tickets already.
Do you, Shauna, do you need another ticket? Say yes. Chop, chop. Or no. Either one. You want to give it away?
Well, I just gave the answer, so I have to do a new question.
You got her email, though, don't you?
I do. Shauna just inboxed me.
Is she getting a
Yeah, I'll give her another one. That's fine. She got it. Dee Snider. She got it.
All right, go, Nicole. One more.
Let's go.
Okay, I've got another. Oh, this is a great trivia question. And you have to answer it in 10 seconds so you can't Google it.
No Googling.
Everybody ready? Who is taller?
This is good.
Hawthorne Bjornsson or
she's
Robert
not noticing.
Muse?
It's Hawthorne Bjornsson.
Whatever. Robert Muse.
Or Robert Muse.
Or Robert Muse.
Which one's taller? That's a quickie now. Come on. 1,
2, 3.
Hold on. You got that 3-second delay in there.
6.
We're getting 13.
7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more seconds.
11, 12, 13.
Everybody loses.
14.
It's meant to say Danny Trejo.
Y'all could just guess.
Come on, y'all. It's a.
Sharon Sutton said Robert.
Robert Mutes. That's a winner.
That's the winner.
Who said that?
Sharon Sutton. Oh,
whoa. Who was it?
right there. Oh, there you go.
Sharon Sutton. That's our mama. That's our stage mama. Sharon Sutton's our stage mama. She is. She makes these awesome embroidered shirts for Scarefest.
And lanyards
And
and,
lanyards.
things and aprons and all things like Martha Stewarty with
We
skulls.
are into shameless promotion, and Sharon Sutton makes the most awesome things. Okay, Melissa Marquez says Robert. So we know Sharon doesn't need any more tickets unless she does. So who else
Do
said
you,
it?
Sharon?
Melissa Marquez? Okay.
I mean,
She was the
fair is
second
fair,
one.
but
So Sharon, inbox me if you actually do need that ticket you just won. Melissa Marquez, because I haven't seen your name pop up.
Just inbox me,
Too.
Melissa. If you can go and you can get there, inbox me and I'll send it to
All we
Layla.
need your email address.
email address.
That's it.
Only email address.
Here's another fun thing. So Linda Blair. We have talked on and off. with
We're
Linda
down
Blair.
another rabbit hole. Sorry. This is our show. It's not your show. Sorry.
That's fun. That's what you're here for.
Linda Blair, we have talked on and off with year after year. and they usually message us
Oh yeah, I'm good.
like close
Yeah,
to
her
the show,
agent's really,
and we're just
really
like,
nice.
okay, well, we've already filled the show.
Yeah, we're good. But we added her this year.
But we love Linda Blair, and we saw her at Days of the Dead, and we love her. And I've always loved the movies, but she's not super into talking about the movies
No.
as much as she wants to talk about her World Heart Foundation.
Charity.
So she's a humanitarian that is into her business of a foundation for animal welfare with providing vet care, lifelong things,
And she
fighting animal
she loves
cruelty.
Coolio also.
And we all got the experience of hanging out with Coolio together. That was interesting.
Yeah. Us, Linda Blair, Coolio, at Days of the Dead last year,
Yeah.
Chicago. So I'll tell you what, guys. If you're going to support Scarefest, you have to agree, all of you have to agree to support other independent conventions. Whether it's horror,
Yes.
whether it's para, whether it's Comic-Con or whatever. Us being an independent show we're the lifeline of these shows, right?
I'll tell you why you can't get the people you want.
It's because the
Because
corporate
they're
shows.
contracted to the corporate shows.
And the corporate shows, they are owned by networks. They're owned by the movie production houses. So they shoe in all these big people.
And they can't break
So-
that for X number of years. They cannot go to one of our shows
So we're the
for that
mom and
many
pops.
years.
But anyway.
So you all actually battle against contracts when asking these people coming in to come
So
in?
everybody wanted, what's the card that we always brought?
Christine?
No. The black card. Oh my God. See, this is what happens if I drink beer.
You're talking about
Impala. The Impala.
The Impala, the Supernatural.
Supernatural. So everyone was like, you have to get Supernatural, you have to get Supernatural. They were contracted for like a decade
because of the network.
Because the network. So they only said you can go to this con and this con only, or these cons only. So there's some that we can't get.
Like that.
And when you all asked earlier about who we can and can't get, we could probably get just about anyone that wasn't contracted.
Right.
But here's the thing. How good do you want your show to be? Because do you want us to put all the eggs in this basket?
And just bring celebrities and not do any special events?
Or just bring this big giant celebrity, and then what if they cancel?
right.
Because cancellations happen for many reasons.
We have a really low cancellation. We have a super low cancellation rate.
But an example would be Gary Busey.
Oh my God.
And that was before my time, but I was so excited about meeting the Gary Busey. I'm going to say it that way. The Busey. Like we were thinking about Office.
But we did go to dinner with his son.
We went to dinner with his son. But we Busey people's office at work. So like it's the thing. When they go out of town, we plaster their room with a picture of Gary Busey, and it's a thing. He's awesome. He does wild things. We wanted Gary Busey, and my husband was like, I'm going to get him. I'm going to take him to the city bar, and I'm going to do all it.
Did you hear that? We're going to get him. We're going to take him to the strip club.
No, I didn't own it.
She didn't say strip club. She said titty bar.
Brandon was like, I will sponsor him, and I'm going to take him out. I'm going to go to a titty bar with Gary Busey. So Gary Busey was on a reality show in another continent, I think.
Yeah, he was.
It was another continent.
Like Celebrity Big Brother or something.
Like Europe or some shit.
Yeah.
So he said he'd come. Well, he kept winning. He didn't think he'd win. So he kept winning. I don't think he won the whole thing, but he kept winning beyond our show. So he couldn't come because he was still filming. And so he sent his son, and I think Jake was already contracted, but Jake Busey. So Jake came. Gary didn't. That was like, oh, Scarefest. You said he's coming. He's not coming on a level.
We hate that. We feel so bad. We're like,
but it's like, well, he kept
tried.
winning his reality show in Europe, and there's nothing we could do. But
here's something I'm excited about, and we're gonna just take over again. So Sid Haig, right? He's a legend.
I'm walking away and I'll let you go with this.
I know, we almost cried when we got to hug him at Days of the Dead a couple weeks ago. Anyhow, he's doing, for the first time ever, he's doing his full makeup photo op this year. Also, Shauna Hale, you'll be really, really happy about this. Kane Hodder is going to do a makeup photo op this year. Also, he's never done that at Scarefest before either. There's no rhyme or reason as to why they haven't. We just never asked him. So we did this year. and that's new. How did we go from Gary Busey to that? I don't know.
I don't know. You did.
I think it's a
Do you want to see
naked
her
cat.
cat? You want to see her?
And
Look.
speaking of squirrels, I have a naked cat.
She has a naked cat. And let me tell you guys a little known fact. When she first got this cat, Brandon, every time somebody new would walk in the house, he'd take the cat and he'd be like, "Look at its balls. Just look at its balls." This cat balls off like more than he showed the cat. He was just like, "Look at it."
Okay, now you never a dull moment with these two ladies, that's for sure. That was
Oh,
good.
wait. We should do our sweaty balls. Have y'all seen that NPR Saturday Night Live Christmas show with the sweaty balls?
Sweetie balls.
Sweaty balls.
Sweetie balls. Sweetie.
You know, we should have done a 2-hour special tonight because
We should
I
have.
want to tell him about my haunted place of work. And I also want to tell him about how I manifested this cat through your show.
We're turning into old ladies, y'all. We're bored people.
We are.
We're lonely women.
Now, you got okay. You have the ghost hunt on Thursday night. We still having the ghost hunt on
Saturday night. Yep, Saturday night. It is the Ghost Bros and Carrie Kennedy that's been on their show recently. And
Are we
haven't
sure on
seen
the
that yet.
locations?
Okay, so Talon Winery is definitely Thursday. But we have been approached by another location for Saturday, so that
And we don't
Remains
know if there's
to be
a
seen.
wedding at Talon.
we don't know that. Saturday is not up yet because we are
Let me talk about Talon.
contemplating.
You all need to research Talon, and I don't know how hard it would be to do, but it's one of the oldest standing brick buildings and first built buildings in
Chad
Lexington.
Warren, are you listening to this? This is really good stuff.
And there have been fires and burned down barns and different things. And we met with the owner's granddaughter, and she helps run it. And she said there was a time when my dad quit going there alone, and he forced my sister to go there to do inventory, and he would not go there by himself. And it's a house. The problem with this location is that the second floor is not handicap accessible. So the first floor is, and for me actually both locations. It's really hard to find old historic
we think
locations.
about that stuff a lot. We think about
That the second level is handicap accessible. I'm very
followers
upset about that.
Longtime friends of Scarefest that like to do the ghost hunts that are in wheelchairs, and we think about that a lot. We do. We take that into consideration. So
Not just that, but like the whole grounds are apparently there's a lot of activity, and they don't tell this to all the debutantes and brides that are coming there, but
the
they
line broads.
But they say to people like us, like, "Oh my God, you won't understand this. Like, my
Crazy.
dad won't go here at night, and he owns it, and he does this inventory, and he won't go here at night." And so that is where I'm intrigued. Now, where I work, Layla with Inner Light, Mama Ruby's, and all the other things that she's done over the last few
Shane,
years.
you've been there to ghost
Oh
hunt.
yes, ma'am, I have. I love them.
It's the same location that we have Mystical Fair, Lexington, now, every month. We have
You've
every
been to my
month.
place?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I work there every day, and there's these places where you hear these stories from people. Like just today, we were at the Marriott, and we were looking at things for other events and things, and they were like, our staff hated when the ice machine was down here. We couldn't. They just didn't want to go down. They didn't
We're
want to do
scared
anything.
of the mansion, Marriott.
Yeah, they're scared of the basement of the mansion. So at my work, I brought the Tennessee Wraith Chasers, not all of them, but a few of them, through my work because they were going to do a ghost hunt the next night. And one of my clients is so in your face.
He was with them.
Oh, you were with him?
Yeah.
No filter. He's just like, oh, I'm going to show you around. I'm going to do this. And then he goes, and right up there, we're in the warehouse, on top of this fucked up closet. Excuse my language. I tried so hard.
Did you say the F-bomb?
I did. So, but he points up there as he's leading you guys through on this tour, and he's like, and that guy's always sitting up there, and walks through, and I was like, oh my God. And then
Just to clarify, when she says clients, those are the people that they
I
would
keep
see
below
during the
70
day.
with an intellectual and developmental disability.
So the disabled people during the week.
That's been decades there.
Yeah.
So Then I had another client after you guys left, and I sent videos to Chad and a bunch of them that I went so far to believe him that I called the police and had them get in the cherry picker and check our upstairs space, because he said there was a man looking down at him through a ceiling tile, and the damn ceiling tile was moved over.
Yeah, and the cops thought there was somebody up there.
They thought there was somebody up there.
There was somebody camping.
They had the SWAT team there doing all this stuff.
That's crazy.
And they got up there and there was nobody there, and nobody could have gotten out in that time.
And the cops said it was haunted. And
that guy has now
Really?
come back and said it a few times. And I interviewed the guy afterwards, and I was like, "Tell me about that again," because I was trying to see, do I send this to a behavior specialist, or do I send this to a psychic, or do I send this to? I was like,
she knows all
Well,
of it.
not only that.
He was wearing jeans, but you said his top half of his body was hanging out. How do you know he was wearing jeans? Because he was right there.
Well, that same night that Chad came through, he told Chad the same thing, and that night, that's when Shay got pushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shay got shoved backwards. I had to walk.
Birthday weekend, so I
wasn't
snuck
there.
off from your ghost hunt, and I went to Walmart because I hadn't bought a gift yet. And
How do you go from a ghost hunt to Walmart?
Crying.
Walmart.
There was I know what he likes. He likes socks and aftershave, and he really does.
Dad jeans.
He has everything he ever
Wranglers.
wanted. He collects African art. He wants socks and aqua velvet. So I went to Walmart.
Her father.
I took her tickets and checked everybody in. I was like, "This is Layla's ghost hunt. I'm gonna run over here."
This is Layla's ghost hunt.
Father's Day gifts. It was interlight.
Oh, Shasta was there. She said it was off the hook. Remember when the spirit attached onto your daughter Shane in the kitchen?
So
Really?
I come back with that crazy ass shit. Excuse me, stuff. And I've got people with disabilities that have
So what
talked to
she's
people.
saying
I've gone
is-
to outside. I'm like, this is not a ghost
What
hunt that
she's
I've ever
saying
been to, and
is-
it's in my office.
It's in your effing office.
It's on my office.
and y'all came in and stirred up shit. And then she
And I was
had
like,
to go
what
to
am
work
I
on
going to go
Monday.
back to on Monday?
She had to come back to work on Monday and do social worker shit. And there's ghosts all stirred up. And so we called in spirit mechanics. So our guys, our friends at Spirit Mechanics came in and
They cleanse it every time they come. I've
Mystical
had
there.
them bind a mirror there,
oh man.
which was an
I had
experience.
somebody try to choke me.
There were
What?
mirrors at that place.
Yeah, there was a mirror on the wall back in the not the mezzanine, but in the warehouse
Back in
where,
the
all
warehouse with the boxes.
where the boxes are at that place.
Yeah.
There was a mirror on the wall forever, and it was just a little bitty
Like a wood framed mirror. It was hanging on an old
a 10 by
medication,
13.
but it was hanging on an old medication administration door. So it's where they used to pass meds.
And I was talking to somebody. Oh, we just shut
Brandy,
the
you
door on
come in,
Brandon.
but I can hear the
That was
TV.
the door slamming on Brandon. So I was talking to somebody this way, right? I was facing them, and the mirror was behind me, but I didn't care. I didn't
And
notice
she was just
it.
like, "You guys hurry up. We got to get
I
out of
was
here."
bitching because we had Scarefest workers folding shirts and doing this and doing that. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to be late. Let's go. And out of nowhere, I swear, out of nowhere, two hands, with the thumbs in the front, grabbed me by the neck and pulled me backwards. And I turned around and I was like, oh my God, there's nothing but a freaking mirror right there.
Oh, wow.
And then one of the spirit mechanics was like, "Move, move,
Oh yeah,
move."
he was standing right there. He goes, move, Layla, move. And I was like, oh God.
So I made them come back and do something with that mirror. And they're like, "Well, we found it all out. We put it in salt. We wrapped it in this. We'll just leave it here. You put it somewhere, it won't get broken." I said, "I work with 200 people with disabilities." I said, "You take that with you." I said, "There is nowhere in this building something doesn't get broken."
Yeah.
I was like, "Take that with you." And they found things they called coyotes. I mean, this is beyond my understanding. But, under our die cutter machines that are from probably the 1940s,
What did
they just
They're scarabs. They found scarabs.
scarabs, coyotes. There's not-
actual, ethereal type of scarabs.
They
that
say
you
it's because
find
there's
in
not a lot of
Egypt.
windows,
Yeah.
so that sunlight
There's crawly
cleanses.
things.
Oh, we've dived off the. We've jumped
Sorry,
the shark.
we're
We've
We talk.
Nice.
My hairless cat doesn't even want to talk to me right now.
We have no friends except you guys there at Scarefest and Ghost Town weekends because we can jump from social work to stripping to
Ghost
hunting
to celebrity booking,
naked cat balls to celebrity booking.
You thought your show was going to be normal today.
Oh, I expect anything and everything. That's for sure.
I eat on air. This is great. This is not a tamale. It's a
Well,
crepe.
any last words for you ladies that you want to put out there?
Sorry. I don't know.
No. It's been enjoyable, but I got to leave them a little tease just in case we come back with something.
So here's the thing. Platinum tickets are sold out.
Oh, yeah.
Golden tickets are sold out. There's ways to win tickets to go to the VIP party still. My cat's massaging her back.
Wes Forsyth, I'm going to talk to you about throwing a couple of VIPs in there. They won't be platinum or golden, so you won't get the gift bag and all that. But you can go to the VIP party. We might do a few of those.
Scarefest Radio gives away a ticket every Friday. 2 tickets.
Yep. Scarefest Radio. What time's he on?
He's on
9 o'clock.
9 p.m.
9
to
o'clock.
10 p.m.
You guys, if you think about it, go on 9 o'clock Scarefest Radio and .com.
Mm-hmm.
It's Wes Forsyth. Great guy. I've listened to him many a times when I get a chance to.
He's our guy.
And that's part of the guy.
And our other guy.
Check out www.scarefest.com for all the excitement and updates.
Be Scarefest. If you put in just Scarefest, it's a haunted house.
Oh, be Scarefest. Hi, sweetie.
Say hi.
He's eating ice cream.
I just got through eating ice cream. It was good. My wife decided she wanted to put a big old potato in the bottom of it and make it look like I got a bunch of ice cream. Yes, she did. And just as soon as I started digging in my ice cream, I was wondering what in the world was hard underneath the ice cream.
Marital counseling.
The kitty.
Yeah. Wes just announced you can watch it on Facebook too.
Yeah, that's the main way that most people watch it these days is on Facebook. So,
does anybody have any other last questions? I'm kind of looking, but I don't see.
Yep. Any last questions for you guys while I roll this off my tongue real quick? If you all want to keep watching, www.paranormalhighways.net. That will get you all your entertainment from the mic from Paranormal Highway.
Mystical Fair Lex is once a month. Once a month at that location at Employment Solutions. She's
Employment Solutions. Layla, what is it? Inner Light Festival that has the .com?
Yeah, the InnerLightFestival.com is my she stole my crate.
Yeah, she did.
Is my twice a year show, and that's where we bring one celebrity or one psychic celebrity and one paranormal celebrity. So we have, this is just announced, Chip Coffey is going to be at the November show in Lexington at the Marriott for the InnerLightFestival.com. Chad and Shane and everybody will be there. The couple of Wraith Chaser guys will be there. About 70 vendors, psychics.
Do you like a crate?
Reiki
if anybody misses this, inbox me and I'll let you guys know. Hey, guys, I have not got any recent shout-outs. Nobody's had any shout-outs sent in my inbox. Come on, I'll give some shout-outs.
Hey.
Group Psychics.
I will keep you loaded with that. I will keep you loaded with shout-outs if you let me.
All you got to do is inbox me. That's the way I can keep up with them.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We're all one big family. We do each other's shows. We do each other's radio shows. So.
And like I said, Wes, he's on his show at The Scarefest, right?
TheScarefest.com. Yeah.
And
we're going to be at Bubba Fest next month. All of us are going to be there. We'll be doing ticket giveaways there also. So we support that show quite a bit.
Yep, Bubba Fest. We got Scarefest in September. Hey, wait a minute. We got.
It's in November.
Are you doing? What's that other place in September? I don't know. Are you doing anything with that, Layla?
I try not to do anything in September except Mystical.
September 21st.
Oh God, no. We'll be dead. We'll be dead. We'll be like face down and like.
They had to kick us out of the hotel room last year.
They kicked us out on Monday.
Late Monday. They were like, your checkout was 4 hours ago. We're like, we don't care. We
We're
just
not
gave
going.
you X amount of dollars.
Thank you, guys. Sorry, I'm not cutting you guys off. Thank you, Chris. I love you too, brother. He's been great to me, man. He shares the crap out of everything that I do.
All of you guys, all these names are familiar faces and longtime followers.
Ghost Hunt Weekends.
Thank you, Melissa.
Ghost Hunt Weekends is great. All these these names over here: Lee, Shauna, Lisa, Chad.
Yes, Melissa, all those people in chat are awesome. They are fantastic-yo freaky-yos, is what I call them.
We support each other's. That's the most important thing. We support each other's projects, shows. Anything that we got going on, we support it.
Chris, you're crazy, brother. All right. That's right. I have to say, my sponsor, get on www.ghosthuntweekends.com for the ultimate paranormal experience.
The only one.
The only one. Layla, Nicole, thank you so much. We're going to leave them all when we want more. But until then, and until the next time.
Until the next time.